Hey guys, welcome to another Ask Amy Q&A. The way you order one of these questions is to go to my website, awakenedalliance.org. Then you go to services and then you click on the Ask Amy Q&A and you'll be prompted to leave your question there when you submit your order. It's $33 per question. And so that's how you get involved if you want to do that. Or that's how you participate anyway. Now that I said that, though, these things that I channel when I do these, those kinds of mistakes are not really mistakes. So I wonder if the Ask Amy's are going to somehow they could turn into something where there's like an involving of something. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I am going to have a forum, a better forum than I used to have on my website coming up. I have a message for the daily boosters who are watching this right now. I just wanted to say that that email that I put out for you guys, if you didn't receive an email from me in the last couple of weeks, then maybe you signed up for it recently or something. Just make note of your renewal date. And if I send out a notice that your subscription is being canceled, just renew again at your date. The date that you signed up, like say it's the 3rd, February 3rd or something. So you signed up February 3rd, or if you got my email, you'll know what your renewal date is because I told you what it is, but it's the number, not the month, right? So when you get the indication that I have canceled your subscription, all you got to do is just know that your subscription is uninterrupted, but that there's just changes going on with the website. So that's all it is. Don't be alarmed. I didn't like get rid of you guys or actually cancel your subscription. You're still good, but you gotta just go back on when you get sent a link to sign back up again on your renewal date, meaning the next time that 3rd comes up again. So it would be like March 3rd or whatever. I don't know the timing of things quite yet when all this is going to be happening. So that's why it's been kind of weird. That's why. And I'm sorry, but Spirit does what Spirit does. And I don't know. It's all happening in divine timing the way it should be. So please just roll with me and make note of your date of renewal, your subscription date. That's all you need to know. What's your subscription date? Because otherwise, then you're going to get an email and you'll know what to do with that subscription date. Just make sure that you note it down. And then in that your services are going uninterrupted. Your daily boost is going completely uninterrupted. And you just might have to renew when the date comes up again, your renewal date. Okay. All right. So you're not actually canceled. Yeah, you do. I mean, you know what I mean. I think you get the point. I hope. If you need to ask me a question, just send an email to support@awakenedalliance.org and I will try to explain better. Okay. And I just want to acknowledge you guys for being here. I know many of you have been with me for many years, and we were talking about true love for a long time. And when I started going through my awakening as to like the deeper truths, the scarier truths of the nefarious type activities going on in our world, I started to share some of that with you guys out of my mother bear protective instincts. And I appreciate so much that I've been able to wake so many of you up, because you've told me that, me starting to report on it started to just really like, wow, okay. So I'm honored, so honored that I got to be that person for you. Thank you, God. So, but I just want to acknowledge you guys because it's really scary to learn some of this stuff. And it's rather jarring and alarming. And you guys get to be the way showers and the light workers for those who are going to wake up after you. Hang on a second. I guess apparently we don't need that card. Okay. Got to roll with it, right? All right. So just, I want you to go to the mirror whenever you feel like it, whenever you remember that I said this, go to the mirror and just give yourself some acknowledgement. And I know I think I said this in the Great Awakening video number 30, I think also, but it deems repeating. Go to the mirror and say, you know what? You're doing an incredible job. You're staying open-minded, open-hearted. You're rolling with the punches. You're trying to stay optimistic as best you can. You're working on your triggers. You're healing. You're doing Byron Katie's work, whatever you're doing to heal. So make sure that you acknowledge yourself as well. And I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you guys going through this awakening with me. It's meant a lot to me to have you guys there. And it's you came here for that. We came here for this. This is no mistake. So we are here to be the pillars of light for those to come. So good job being strong. Good job keeping on. Good job. It's easy to get discouraged in times like these, because you learn one thing and it's like, oh, now I can't say that, or now I can't that, and that means that this, and what, my mortgage is a death pledge, and it just never stops coming. I just learned something yesterday, another new thing. I mean, every single day, I swear there's something more that I learned. I learned that it's important to breathe through your nose as much as possible. And when you don't, it causes health problems. So try to catch yourself breathing through your mouth and switch to breathing through your nose as much as you can, or consciously do it. I mean, the Instagram post that I posted it in my stories, but the one who said it said, I don't care what kind of diet you're on. I don't care what kind of thing you're doing for your health right now. If you're not breathing through your nose, you're not going to get very far. And I was like, whoa, that's big. And I've never heard that. So, but I feel a celebration to come. I really do. And before I came on this to make this for you guys, this video was put off this morning. And finally I sat down to do it. And I had alarms start going off everywhere. Like an EBS type alarm went off, my doorbell went off, my back door bell went off. Like all these bells were going off, and I was like, what in the world is happening right now? So I think this is a reminder. I think Spirit wanted me to remind you guys to be ready for an emergency. Do you have your safe room where you can go if there's a hurricane or a tornado or a, storm of some sort? Or do you have food, and a generator and all the normal stuff you do if electricity goes out, or if, God forbid any of that kind of stuff happens. But this is just a reminder, even to have a go bag, if you have to bolt real quick and go somewhere else. I mean, look what just happened to Turkey. It's like 1 minute, you don't, just be prepared and be ready is what I feel with that. Because everything happens for a reason. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, hang on a minute. I wanna talk to Spirit for a minute, and then I'll tell you what they say. Hang on. Okay, basically all they want to say is to keep your healing a priority. And physical, yes, but mostly, I mean, the healing that I do, it always has some kind of emotional element that causes the physical ailment. So if you're working on your emotional and mental health right now, that's the most important thing you can possibly do for your physical health as well. So be taking really good care of yourself. And yeah, I think we're going to get into some of this in today's questions as well. But somebody wanting to speak their truth, somebody trying to stop someone from speaking their truth as well. So I'm going to do a blissing right now to protect you guys and to keep anybody from messing with you and your energy. The dark side, the people who do black magic, I honestly, yeah, I, what do you want me to say about these people right now? Because I could say a lot. Yeah, I mean, to have to resort to black magic is just, it's weak. It's just weak that you would have to attack another person because you're jealous. I mean, I look up to a lot of people. And if there's a quality that I like about that person, I don't say, oh, they're better than that, better than I am at that. I say, how can I be more like that? If that's, and I catch the jealousy if it's there, which it, hasn't happened in a million years, but if it were to be there, then it would be like, okay, I'll call it for what it is. I'll say, I think I'm just jealous or something like that. And then I would reflect and say, how could I be more like that? What is that showing me that I'm capable of? And that's the truth of the matter. So people who are doing the black magic, remember too that they are, instead of judging them and being angry at them, they're hurt. Anybody who's hurting anybody, even your divine masculines, it's like, I know I give them a hard time and they are being a bunch of chickens. They really are. But you were a chicken too. At some point in your past, you were a people pleaser too. And, we really, like I always say, like, meet them where they're at. But there is like, we're all doing a lot of shifting right now. And just remember that the Nefarians were just very, very hurt. I mean, it doesn't excuse their behavior because we chose to love when we got hurt, when we got hit with all kinds of bad stuff in our lives. We kept rising up. I mean, you wouldn't be on this channel watching me if you didn't resonate with this. So you're probably most likely somebody who kept rising up to the occasion, kept showing up, no matter how bad you got, beat up and bruised. That's why that one scripture in the Great Awakening video was really, really touching for me, because it talked about something about like long-standing suffering or something. Long suffering, those with long suffering are like honored by God because you kept choosing to love and you didn't give up and you didn't give into the dark side. But, it does take a lot of bravery and courage, and you guys really should give yourselves a pat on the back for doing that. I mean, seriously, it's like if any of these people who had targeted me through this time, if any of them knew what my life was really like, how I really live, what I really think, what I'm really about, they would never do that to me. They would never do that to me. They'd probably give me a big hug. They'd probably give me a big hug and try to help me somehow. That's the truth of it. And they would drop their defenses and they'd probably try to come to my side. They would probably do whatever they could to switch sides because they wouldn't feel right about it anymore if they knew. But they don't know. And I don't tell you guys everything that I go through. I don't tell you that, like, I'm not, there are a lot of reasons why you can't know certain things. I have to be private with some stuff, but you get to hear the important things in the lessons. And that's the most important things. You get the takeaways. But anyway, nobody needs to be jealous of anybody and nobody needs to be judging anybody. And so always keep in mind that if you were even in some of these like Satanist shoes and you saw how they were raised or how they were treated or how they were abused, you would see why they're doing what they're doing. You would understand, and you would offer a hand, or you would want to console them, or you would really want to sit with them and help them to feel love, maybe for the first time in their lives, you know? So, and a lot of these people, because they're so, well, all of these people, since they're so low vibrational, they can't attract a good partner. They can't attract a true love. So of course they're pissed off at me. I mean, I represent everything to the opposite of those Satanists. Because on this channel, we're attracting good things. We're attracting true love. I mean, who gets to experience that on the dark side? You don't. Because, you know, you only bring somebody in who's, I mean, maybe somebody who does despicable things like you do, you know, maybe somebody who does the same stuff, but that's definitely not love, you know. But I'm just saying that, you know, yeah. So we keep on healing, keep on healing, keep on, see what you're triggered about and do something about it to heal it, whatever that thing is. If it truly works, if it truly works and shifts your consciousness and helps you not to judge. And about the other stuff, like any of the other scary stuff that's going on, you guys know it's a play. You guys know that it's all and let's say it's not a play. Worst case scenario, like we're being slowly boiled, we're being the slowly boiled frogs or whatever. Focus on your sovereignty, focus on your freedom, focus on standing up for yourself, standing against the system and the way that it's set up right now. Get yourself out of the matrix, get yourself living off the land or whatever you possibly can. Get yourself even sovereign in every way, shape, and form, like from like I just said with the system. So becoming like a state national, or at least you know, taking back some of the things that we got sucked into legally with contracts and forms and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, okay. So they also said so I'm going to do the protection that I said that I was going to do a minute ago, but then I'm also going to do a thing to rip up any contracts that are no longer void, or that are now void. Even things from way back. I was listening to this one gal and I was like, oh yeah, that's so true. Like sometimes we have, in past lives, we've said, I will always be with you forever, you know, and it's even like that person could be in our life right now saying, you promised, you said we'd be together forever. And here is that time. We're still in forever, you know. So, so I'm also going to put an ixnay on any unhealthy attachments from anything you may not even known you made that promise a million years ago, or even like you may have forgotten that you said always to your ex. So I'm gonna nullify and, you know, just allow for new contracts to be made fresh now with whoever you want to be with, who's actually, you know, in your vibration, in a similar vibration, supportive, kind to you, wants to work with you, really, you know, isn't going to be working against you. Okay. So protection and the contracts being cut up, put through the shredder. All right. Hama mashen shaila hena sansehela. Hey, la kintain sansela upon on. Feels like some of you have also been being watched in your sleep, or like being watched in your dream state by the dark side. So Emma Shishina, just remember too that I mean, you wouldn't believe the tricks these guys can pull, but they can measure your vibration in any given moment and hit you with something hard because you're going through something wonderful, and they want to dash you, they want to bring you down, or hit you when you're already down and bring it down even harder. Or they can get into your dreams and they can feel out like how you react to certain things. So in your dreams, laugh at them, at anybody who tries to attack you, and be a badass. Even if you can't be in real life, like in your dreams, like come out like a kung fu fighter, man. Like, so either fight back like brave, super brave, or laugh. And that's, you know, that will show them that you're not going to go down without a fight. You know, that they, you know, if you do, you know,
if you cower down and you're just like, oh, or you fall apart and you're bawling your eyes out, oh, they took that from me. Or, if you, that just shows you, and spirit in a way is allowing this to happen so that you can see your insecurities and your soft spots, your weak link in your chain. So enforce that, heal that trigger. If you were crying about something in your dream and devastated something happened, you better do something about that quick, because the dark side knows that that's your weakness. Okay. So keep reinforcing your weakest link. Hama shashina tai san se hela pohoma ana haike tatai insan se hela shans. Hala pompama ana. Oh, this is so funny. I'm seeing like a production, almost like the Super Bowl. Like this big fog was lifted off, and all of a sudden this platform's going, and it looks like there's a party going on the platform. So I feel like the fog is going to be lifted, and there is going to be some type of a party. And so, I mean, yeah, it could be the EBS. Of course, we've been waiting for that forever. Could be Nasara. Been waiting for that forever. Could be any of that. It doesn't matter. But their spirit is saying to stay hopeful. Spirit is saying that there are really great things ahead. Okay. So epiphanies and realizations. Be praying for. I always pray, God, please show me. Thank you so much for all the epiphanies and realizations I'm having right now. And you will get more and more and more of those. And you will become freer and more solid in your truth as a result. Okay. Slowly but surely, breaking through of your fears and insecurities and healing them. Are bringing a love offer. Are creating courage, maybe in your divine masculine and in yourself, and bringing emotional maturity that's going to bring a fateful flip. So balancing out. Okay. A brand new life unfolding coming up here. And it's been birthed by the very things that you were so angry and resentful about with your masculines, some of you. Like the stuff that you felt was an injustice that happened to you is the very thing that you ended up healing, that is going to bring somehow some kind of fresh new start, because somebody had to get over the regret of the past and make right by you. So you'll have it even better than you would have if that bad stuff hadn't happened, if that makes sense. Kind of like you I don't know. It just, somebody feeling like they have to make something. It's like somebody, you hear those stories about somebody going to jail for accidentally murdering somebody's kid or something. And then that convict or whatever goes to apologize to the family and say, I'll make it up to you for the rest of my life, whatever I have to do, because it's my fault that I went and got drunk and did this and that and the other thing, allowed that to happen. So it kind of has that feel that, and it could be some of the nefarians, like gaining a conscience. It could be your divine masculine feeling really bad about what's happened, and he's going to be like better with you than he would be ever in his life. He's really called up to be a better man or woman than they've ever been. But something like that. The injustice has had to happen to make you strong and confident and independent, as well as, they needed to go through the guilt and the shame and all that and work through all that stuff. And I'm also feeling like we're healing our families. So let's say, man, a lot to be said. Okay. So let's say that your whole family's always been really broke. They've always lived on the streets. Oh man, what is going on? What do you guys want to say? Don't let anyone else tell you who you are. Okay. So basically, if you grew up like that and all of a sudden you put away some dinar and some dong and things like that for the Nasara rollout, and then all of a sudden, like, you're a multimillionaire, billionaire, zillionaire, and you're just like, all of a sudden you go through all the shame and guilt for having all of that when other people are suffering, or your whole family's always suffered, and da da da. So also, just like being prepared for the emergency that could be coming,
also be prepared for a lot of abundance to come as well, and to get past the shame or the guilt, or maybe you're going to come together with your divine partner, and maybe it's the most incredible story ever. Maybe it's just like this amazing thing, and you're going to feel guilty because your mom never got to experience love like that, or other people out there haven't found their true love yet, or don't even have one because they're nefarious or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just love yourself. That might be another good moment to go look yourself in the mirror and be like, it's okay. It is okay for you to be happy. It is safe for you to be happy. And when I said it's safe for you to be happy, I also felt another message saying that a lot of the black magic stuff is going to be going away, dissipating. They just said dissipating. It's going to, they're having, as we're becoming stronger, they're having less and less of an impact on us. It's like, whoa, I put all this black magic, I threw all this black magic in their direction. How come it's not affecting them? Because we're growing stronger from it. So thank you for that. That's what happens. We become smarter, we become wiser, we become more mature, the more we're treated like crap. So that's what's happened, and we've just evolved and gotten stronger. So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I guess. So yeah. And even as I said in the Great Awakening video, some of you even resurrect or will resurrect, because death and aging doesn't need to be. From what I've been being told, I know that sounds totally crazy. And I had somebody take it as a spiritual way, like, oh, I understand. Yes, we still go on in spirit and whatnot. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally your body dies and boom, you're back up again. Because you heal yourself, or somebody next to you knows how to heal and they heal you. Or you're brought to somebody who heals you from the dead. That's very normal. I mean, Jesus, Yeshua, he did it all the time. The only reason people thought it was miraculous because they were in the belief system that it couldn't be done. If we all believed that were possible, that we could have incredible miracles like that, and coming into our superpowers as well is going to be happening and is already happening for many of you. Believe in miracles, guys. Don't scoff at anything, because anything can happen. So all right, and I just want to pull a couple more oracle cards and then we can begin. This is a long intro. Having a good cry and putting your hand on your heart and saying, I love you, can be all that you need. Just remember, always, this will always bring you back to making a better decision, to saying the loving thing to somebody, to clearing your heart. God told me the other day something about how some people who get the mixed messages are in fear or they're biased. So if you just take a moment to set the tone before you talk to spirit, make sure that your heart is just glowing with love. Just, I love you. I love you. Just really get in that really beautiful heart space, and then ask spirit the answer to something. Then you're going to get the clearer, because if you're in that kind of energy, if you're in that such loving energy, you're not going to have some kind of crooked scheming, I was going to say maniacal, nefarious kind of, being on the other side going, oh, let me just trick her. They don't like that energy of that emanating love thing. They don't know. They don't like that. If you're just like coming and asking a question of spirit, like not even like, if you're in an okay mood or just kind of in a bad mood or worried or any of that, then you could fall prey to them trying to trick you, the tricksters and stuff. But just make sure, always come back here and let yourself cry. Let yourself be disappointed. Let yourself be like, what the hell am I doing here at this time? and laugh. You can laugh too. Just let yourself feel whatever you want to feel. Sometimes as you're going through the roller coasters in life, all you really need to do is be like, it's okay to feel this way, whatever it is. It's okay to feel this way. Of course you're scared. Of course you're ashamed. Of course you're guilty. Of course you're this. Of course you're all of it. I was going to say you're a human being, but that's not the right term anymore. We are living, breathing men and women, females and males. Gosh. Anyway, let yourself feel whatever you got to feel and it'll pass through faster.
All right. We're doing all we can to comfort and encourage you through this time. You're very important to us. We love you. Your spirit crew is there for you. And hopefully the forum that I have on my website will really bring a lot of comfort to you guys to start to be able to get to know each other better and be there for each other too. Make sure you take more time to quiet your mind and tune into the subtle realm. We have your back, your mind doesn't. This is God's reminder to me too, to tell you guys, I've started having, oh wow. Which do I say first? Okay. um, I've been talking to God every night before bed now. And I didn't do that before. I mean, I was reading and I was doing all these great things. And make sure that you always stop and ask yourself too, do I want to do this or do I want to do something better? Do I want to play this video game? Or do I want to go read a book where I'm getting educated and stretching my mind? Or do I want to watch this romantic comedy? Or do I want to go read a book? Or do I want to go meditate for a minute? Or what do I want to, or do I want to go to bed having watched something scary on what's going on in the world and then go right to bed? Or do I want to support myself and go do some qigong? So just be making those decisions, taking a good look at why you're doing what you're doing, catching yourself when you're trying to run away from things or not face them, or you feel fidgety or you're eating a bunch, or going and smoking a lot, or whatever it is that you do to kind of escape or get away. Make sure that you're addressing those things and healing them. Yeah. So, and take a few minutes, just 5 to 10 minutes every night, and just ask spirit, do you have anything to say to me? And even if you don't get anything, just assume that you've got something subconsciously. You might feel tingles through your temples or in your head. You might feel tingles anywhere, or get some kind of a sign, or you might hear a noise, or maybe something will move. Whereas I can't even tell you how many times a day things move on me. I mean, right in front of my eyes, and I'm just like, oh, there we go. There's some energy over there. There's some energy there. Boop, that went off, and it's like that's normal for me. And it's not ghosts; it's energy that's responding and like popping around me. That's been the first time I've described it as popping. Anyway, the bottom of the deck is, if you let a bully have its way, the bully's wounds get even bigger. Remember, I was just talking about how the bullies have wounds too. That's why they bully. Pray instead for you to have the strength to stand up and for the bully to heal. So let's do a blissing right now too, real quick, that we can heal these that are bullying. These people that are sending out black magic or doing seances or still doing satanic BS or any of that nonsense. Let's just wish them love. Let's wish them healing. Because they're gonna need it in the days to come. They're really gonna, their judgment is coming, and it is not gonna be fun. So, but maybe they can change their ways, or maybe they can, maybe there's a chance for them, or maybe they can salvage something from it, or learn some kind of something that they can go, even if they're going to die, they'll take a great lesson with them or something. So let's just give them whatever we can from a loving place to help them to shift. Okay. Hama shashena tain san sepi hela opom baba ahai ke hena ai. Shinche la krihena san se she ela hopom pama akena ashens. Se hela anahoma ana aiken. Hala san se she e pumama arakiena. San se she always in, respecting their free will. Just wanted to add that. All right, so I think that's all the messages for now. All right, let's get to some of these readings. I just want to make sure these are in order. Okay. Five, 530. Oh, they're not in order. So I apologize for that. One of the things I forgot to do. Okay, so 5530. Lucky you got to be first.
Okay, so this is the animal you are. I forget what this is called. I'll try to figure it out, or if you guys know what it is. Um, and if you could, well, actually, this I already have. Let's just call it a raccoon or something. I don't know. I don't know how you find out what that animal is. I don't know what I'm going to put in the description, but that's okay. I'll put your order number anyway, whatever that is. Okay. Hi, Amy. I have a few men reaching out to me, trying to talk to me regularly. See, told you guys this was going to start happening. I'm trying to be open to all, considering my divine masculine and I are not in communication, and I would really like something solid one day. But honestly, I'm missing that passion my DM and I had, along with the feeling of understanding each other and the connection as a whole. So as much as these are nice guys pursuing me, I'm not sure if they're for me, or if if it just needs to take time to build. With that said, I tend to think about my DM at times, even though I still feel pretty upset with him. I do still plan to keep my options open and proceed with whatever the universe has to offer. I just wanted to see if I can get a quick relationship spread on my masculine to see where he's at currently and say hi without saying hi. Thanks a million. I truly appreciate you and all you do. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna put that down here for now. All right, so let's do a spread for you. Yeah, those other suitors might be soulmates or something like that coming through. And yeah. I'm not sure she can oh, he's thinking of reaching out to you. I'm not sure she lines. Sensei na hupomahanain. I think he's taken a step in the direction of liberating himself from that situation that he's in. Oh my gosh. There's confirmation. This is breaking free from something and doing your own thing and becoming balanced. Something's balancing out. It's almost like she was doing this, she was being a dead weight, and it's like he's cut her reins off, and now he's going to go forward with just the one. Okay. Wants to go to the next level with you in his heart space. Wants to beat out any kind of competition. This is also mental conflict, but looking like he's, trying to break free and become single and go to the next level with you. This is probably mental conflict over competition. And I see it as competition too, because he's looking at these other guys like, yeah, you better just walk away, you know, especially considering what you just said about those other guys. And they feel it intuitively that there's competition. So he wants to start building a solid foundation by creating balance within himself first, and then he can give back to you. So it's possible they've broken up, like officially broken up, like in like separated, gone their own ways, or he's making his path to do that right now. I do feel there's been some kind of decision made that's he doesn't want to jump the gun and tell you too soon because of what just happened, but he's definitely like setting his ducks in a row. He wants to offer you something solid. You just said you wanted something solid. Well, the something solid card is here. A solid commitment, something really grounded, something really mature. And in his heart space is that also from that mature space of being able to express his love, express his heart, express feelings. He wants to share his love with you and his life with you. I just heard in his life. So he's trying to get up the courage to come forth and beat out that competition. But he's starting with like holding back for now and then balancing himself out so that he can, provide you with a good solid foundation that's not going to be like this wonky at all. In the future,
That's interesting. Well, the end of a difficult time and going forward quickly is coming, but I feel like he has to go through some healing and he needs to admit some hidden things. Yeah, he's worried about taking it too slow and he doesn't want to take a bunch of time to heal. He just wants to like rip the band-aid off and get on with things, is what I'm feeling. Making a major decision to step in his power to heal it with you and make things come together and fight for you if he has to. He said, I know she's got other guys. I don't know how he knows that, but he said he seems to know. Yeah, like so he's gonna charge forward and stop you. Like, no, I'm your person. I want to grab some cards, those one masculine cards I have that are kind of in the works real quick. Okay. So here's what he's thinking about. Oops. Leaving a toxic relationship they're snagged in. So he's still trying to get out of it, I guess. He thinks about how much he loves your smile. Playing with your pets. Playing with your pets, or you playing with theirs. That's funny. And if not pets, I guess kids. Or maybe he could be thinking of getting pets or like having a pet with you or something, which I do think would be a great idea. How capable he's feeling about cleaning up his life and asserting boundaries. Telling you some truths that would soothe you. He wants to get you out amongst the living, so he wants to get you out having fun. How he can't wait to tell the whole world about you. Aw. Proposing to you. A special surprise just for you. And about how much they feel they're better for you than anybody else ever could be. Well, there you go. He feels the same way then. So looks like this thing could very well still happen. But I think you're wise to keep also considering these others. If it's meant to be with one of them, you will start developing feelings. And so I would stay open. I would stay open for sure, but it does look like this one is still going to be a strong contender. So good luck with that. Okay. 5529. 5529. I can't think of what that would be. It's not something you see every day. And a giraffe. Hi Amy. A few weeks ago we did a phone call and I mentioned how one of my cats peed on my dad's bed. Last Sunday, one of the cats peed on my bed. I was wondering why he did it this time. I also found another stain while cleaning. So I believe that this has happened twice since we moved here. I was wondering if it's someone who walked into our room who has negative energy. And is he trying to make me aware? Will this be happening again? Is it loud noises, yelling, fighting? Is it someone in the house with negative energy? Depending on what it is there anything we can do to help out my cats and surround them with love and light so we can prevent this from happening again? Thank you so much. Okay, let's feel into this. Whoa, another bell going off. It feels like protection to me. Like it feels like not this, don't touch that. Like marking its territory. Like what I saw with what I went into his body like I was doing it, and I felt like don't touch this. Like don't touch this person. Don't touch the scent. Like you're identified by your scent. And your bed is full of all your sweat and everything. Like it's a strong scent of you.
So I think it was like, don't touch this person. Like you can touch other things, but don't touch this person or whatever. Is it a person that walks in the room? A negative person who walks in the room? Is it a spirit? Is it a spirit or is it a real person? It feels like it could be a spirit. Oh, it's a spirit. Kind of cocky and kind of like he almost has a feeling he's very low vibrational. He seems like I'm thinking of that. He kind of seems like he has the personality like what was that guy's name in The Dilemma? The guy who like took a bat to the other guy and he was like freaking out and his fish died and stuff. I forgot his name. But like that, like, are you messing with my stuff? Are you messing with my stuff? Like kind of like jumping in the room with a bat. And the cat's like, don't hurt this person. Don't hurt them. So he's doing it out of protection. And whatever the spirit is, he just seems like kind of like a bully, kind of like a thief. Like a thief breaks into the house and has that same kind of an aura about them, but it kind of seems like the ghost may think that the people that are living there are somehow violating him or are in his space. Um, okay. I've seen this before. I've seen this before with somebody else. Hama shishinkai na tainsa. Sehe apuma an. Yeah. It even like they push the door open like when you guys are sleeping, when somebody's sleeping, it's like the door starts coming open and the cat sees it and he's like, I'm just gonna mark the bed real quick here because you're not gonna take my person. Um, is the cat mad at the people at all? Anybody whose bed he's peed on? No, I get a no, definitely no. It is for protection, yeah. Is there a negative person who walks into the house sometimes, an actual a live person that walks in? No, I don't think so. It's a spirit. Yeah. So, okay, so let me clear your home. And then I guess try to be intuitive about your surroundings. And if you should feel almost I guess it would feel like somebody was just there. Possibly, you might kind of look around and go, oh, did somebody just come here? You might kind of feel like that, but start to tune into the subtle things in your environment so that you can pick up on anybody's energy having been in there, and then you can smudge, meaning like you burn sage or burn sweetgrass or something that I just felt like some of you don't know what that means. So you can go to like an apothecary sometimes, or you can go into like a woo-woo place. You can get like a little bundle of sage or sweetgrass and you burn it in your environment and you kind of spread the smoke around. It comes from Native American practices, but you spread the smoke around and with the intention of clearing the energy in your home. And you just go around and I say, I bliss this home with pure love and light. I bliss it with pure source energy. Only love and light. Only love and light. I don't know. I forget. Just look. Only love and light are allowed here, basically. Anything negative must leave now. So I don't know why I can't think of the words right now. That's so weird. But anyway, say your own thing. You can look something up online or whatever, but your intention, I mean, you could do that with blessed water, holy water. You could do that with like I have a little protection spray here and it smells like incredible, so I'll go ahead and spray it. But I mean, any you could take a paper clip and walk around and be like, I am clearing my home, so it doesn't really matter because everything's a placebo, but something. I mean, even like I just saw selenite. There's a selenite is a kind of rock. I don't know if I have one here to show you, but anyway, so just sorry. Apparently I need a new one. Um
How much Shishinkai and Sensei Ela Opomaan. But yeah, if you sage your home and get that energy out of there and communicate to your cat that it is safe and it's okay. And in fact, I'm going to do that right now. Hepima Shishinkai Natain Sensei. Ela Ashem Pa Amaan. Tata and San She La Again. Hapo Maamaha again. Sisation. Halana An. So that's really the best you can do is try to ward that energy off. Put protection around your home, fill your home with light. You could do a meditation every night and ask for protection over your home and ask that no entities enter in. I'm clearing your home now and the whole environment. He's feeling better. He just sat up, like before he was kind of crouched on the bed like this, and now he sat up and kind of looked around. And I'm letting him know that you guys can take care of yourself. Like he can virtually just go hide. He doesn't need to protect you. And that would be okay with you guys. He doesn't, that wouldn't sit well with him. He wouldn't feel good about that. He'd feel bad. But he's willing to do that because I'm letting him know that the urine is really off-putting for you. Like it doesn't, that you love him and his smell, because I don't want to, I don't want to offend him, but in your world that, pee goes in the proper place. Hurricanes, Hela na Shane Capins. I said another thing that he could do is like he could arch up and growl so that you would know that there's an issue if you're home. Sometimes it happens when you're not there. So yeah, clear your environment, be aware of the energies in it. If anything shifts in your environment or feels weird to you at all, go ahead and smudge with the intention of clearing the space. And that should do it. You could always talk to him too about it. And I guess you could move somewhere different. Can we get the guy to leave? Yes. Okay, good. Ooh, he's intuitive. He just looked right at me and like kind of raised a bat. Whoop, okay. Okay, he just left. Wow, usually they have to be like talked into going. But I just opened up a light portal for him to go through, and he looked up at it and he was like, I'm out, and he just took off. So I think he kind of knew already that he was kind of in the wrong place or stuck in the wrong place. Okay, well, good. Hopefully he doesn't show up anymore and you don't have that issue anymore. Craziness. Yeah. We have an elephant. 5528. Hi, Amy. Can you please fill into my masculine for me and maybe some advice for me and what are challenges, blessings in our possible relationship? Maybe some advice for me and what are challenges and blessings in our possible relationship? Okay. Blessings and challenges, is that what she said? Challenges and blessings, yeah. Oh, and I need to go see why the bell went off. Well, that could be an indicator he's going to come see you, actually. And I just looked down at the elephant and it's got his trunk up, and that means good luck. That means something coming for you, like good fortune. And he's smiling pretty big. He seems pretty happy. This relationship may not happen Because I'm trying to pull him close to look at the relationship or whatever, and it's like he's pulling back away. He's like going like this, like I'm not. What do I have? I don't know. And he's like trying to like get away from it in a way, get away from me viewing it. Can I see some blessings if they were to be able to be together? Every time I try to say that and kind of bring it closer, it fades back. I think you might end up going with a different option. I think he might be opting out of it. Yeah, out of insecurity. Walking away from it out of insecurity and fear, or maybe because of an addiction. Wow. But he does want to heal the betrayal. He does want to heal that. How about challenges, possible challenges in their relationship, even as it stands now? Or even blessings as it stands now without it being a relationship? Anything. What do you want to show me? More bantering and silliness and him trying to get in like on your good graces. Hip hit, not shishi, not ends. He definitely doesn't feel good enough for you. Like he doesn't feel like he's good enough for you. Hapen shishi na tain sensei. Hapo homa ana ein. Okay. Every time I go to feel into, he backs away. I don't know if I've ever even seen that before. So I think that might mean that he's opted out. Like I think he'd rather be by himself and be in his bad habits, I think. Okay, so I did look, I'm looking at the cards about like what he would like daydreams about. He daydreams about loving and nurturing you if he had the opportunity. About how he feels that he would be better for you than anyone else. That's interesting. That's very interesting considering everybody else is nicer to you. How much he loves your feet. Has he seen your feet? Maybe maybe it's your legs or your ankles or something. He wants to clear his name of any misunderstandings and he wants to fix it. Okay. So you can get in his good grace. He can get in your good graces again. Playing with your pets, are you playing with his? Memory shared. How badly he wants you to know his kids, or yeah, oh boy. See, he may have a kid he hasn't told you about. When, where, or how he can spend some time alone with you. How he can't wait to get you out amongst the living, like doing some more fun things, and to tell the whole world about you. I do feel that you guys have a chance to be together. Maybe they're just not letting me look into it right now because of where you guys are at. Maybe you're just not supposed to know, but you are supposed to know that he wants to fix it. That he wants to, that he wants to make right by you, that he wants you to meet his kid. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's why they ended up. No, because she hasn't. That's interesting. How much is she not taking, Sase? Hipima Omaan Hana I. Let me just pull a few cards here. What else do you want to tell her about this masculine? They don't want you to try too hard. They want you to just let it be. Okay. So he is working on healing himself and maybe a breakup so that you guys can go to the next level. Yeah, he's facing his insecurities right now. He's daydreaming about you. Yeah, he puts you up on a pedestal a bit. He's trying to become single. I don't know why he put himself in that position. These guys sometimes, I swear. It's like, what? He's thinking about you right now. So I guess it's still a little bit up in the air. I feel like getting some advice from spirit here. Yes, a move or a trip would do your world of good. Like I've been seeing for you that you might be moving. Maybe that's why you end up not with him.
Don't take it personally. He's only projecting. Imagine him in front of a mirror saying things to himself, and you'll see. Like when he's like insulting or when he's saying like jerky things. Just remember, love is the answer and love is grace. So you might want to watch the beginning of this video to hear my little talk I did about that. We're protecting you from black magic or negative energy being sent your way. Is it from that person that I'm thinking? Yes. Stay away from my man. Those karmics. Oh my gosh. You know, I've been really surprised at all the karmics out there that are practicing black magic. I don't know if it's actual like ritualistic kind of thing or if it's just that they're praying to keep you away from them or what, but learning how to self-soothe is a mandatory step to liberation and loving others in a healthy way. Rely on you only for the comfort you seek and you'll set yourself free. Yeah, for sure. No one else can make you feel or do anything. You either buy into their story or you're not. If their story makes you feel bad, just choose a better story and take your power back. Okay, so he's not making you feel bad. You're making yourself feel bad by whatever story you're making up about why he's doing what he's doing and what that means and whatnot. We're all just a work in progress, so cut yourself some slack. Self-love is the nucleus of all that is good. Okay, so let me clear that black magic issue. So for those who are watching and listening to this and aren't this person who ordered this, I'm also clearing black magic for you in your karmic situation if you have one as well. That's the way my readings work. Everything that I work on for other people is also being worked out for you. So if you have a cat peeing on your bed, then I've just helped with that situation as well. Okay. Hama shashain tai pe ma'ana ain. Han san se she lakati tonte san se pin pumpumaan. Ha la shi na pumpuma ana aike. Hela san se ena. Hupa ho na a shen she ela san se pina on. Tante hi she na apa homa an aike san se ela ai. Man. Okay, they just sent her subconsciously the information that I had in the beginning of this video too. So yeah, you definitely need to go watch that. All right.